Mick. Thanks for joining me here. We'll have a quick catch up about my Pan Am. Yep. It's nearly 2 years old. So first registered July 21.
Yep.
21 model Pan Am. I think you've ridden it nearly as much as I have, for circumstances here and there. I just thought it was a good idea to have a catch up, go over what work we've done to it, what we've done on the bike. We've pretty much put it through everything you could possibly imagine with a few guest riders here and there. So yeah, thanks mate. Thanks for agreeing to
no worries.
Have a chat,
mate. I don't like you calling it yours because. To start with.
Our Pan Am.
It's much nicer. But,
should we be holding hands then? Is that what?
No, this is close enough. But in all seriousness, the thing you touched on at the start was probably right. I've been fortunate enough to ride it a lot, an awful lot. In various conditions as well, right from, the hottest days you can think of doing track days on it to getting the frost warning or whatever on the roads, cold nighttime, Dorrigo mountain rides. So, yeah, bit of everything with this bike since, we'll just say July 2021.
Yeah, it's unreal and it's gone quick. So we've done about 15,500 Ks on it. So I've hung on to it. Rob's hung on to his. I've hung on to this one and we've got our original demo as well. So. Yep. The reason being is because we just want to put them through the test and just ride them, right? Yep. It is hands down my favourite Harley Davidson out of the box, for want of a better description. So it's my favourite, best Harley that they've built, in my opinion. I'm a bit of an adventure touring fan. Yeah. You know my history. Spent a few years riding BMWs and done a lot of miles on GSs, and so I had some ideas about what we would do to this when we first got it, and we've kept it real simple, huh? We've gone really simple things. Yep. Well, I guess if we start at the front, we put the genuine lower screen on it. I'm not a fan of screens. Yeah. Just don't, they kind of don't work for me anyway, because like pushing a block of flats through the fucking wind anyway, so.
I was going to say the same, to be honest. I've never really had much luck with screens. Yeah. So aerodynamics, since being a kid to nearly 40 now, never been my thing. Yep. So when I see people online commenting what screens and things, I can't give advice on it ever. Yep. This one looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. So we went in the screen. Yep. The genuine bar risers. And for a lot of people go, why you put bar risers on? Clearly, it makes it way more comfortable when you're standing up, when you are, off road. Yeah. We've gone to bark busters. We only got them recently. I saw that they were making them, and they fitted perfect. So and I have crash tested them as well. Points.
I'm glad it was you.
A little emotional lie down, I like to call it. Yeah. What else have we done, Mick, from the front?
I guess the bash plate. Bash plate's one of the things that came through.
Bash plate's a genuine one, yeah.
Genuine Harley bash plate. That was one of the things that we obviously did right from the start. I rode it the first weekend without these. Yep. Because I literally the first weekend it came, I got to ride it. Yep. And I took it away with a group of friends, and it was really lucky to be registered.
How did I get talked into letting you do that? I've seen you ride, and I still let you ride.
I don't know. and it was a loose weekend too. Yeah. Like we went, I felt horrendous riding something that was so new, right, to some of those places. But I got on, and I was like, okay, it's a motorcycle. It all feels, good, So, but the rises for me at 6 foot or 180 centimetres in the modern term, it was a big thing. Yeah. As soon as we got those on, it just made it a bit more comfortable. That was a big thing. That's a couple of things up sort of the front that we've.
Yeah, certainly done. The risers. The radiator guard. We've got a radiator guard. I did hold a radiator on this without a radiator guard fitted, so which any bike it would have happened. Ride like a goose over cattle grids. These things happen. Yeah. The bash plate is a genuine Harley one. We've got some foot pegs, some wider foot pegs.
Yep.
And anyone that knows anything about off-road or adventure riding understands the need for that. When you're standing up, support your foot there better. We've got a genuine Harley rear brake fluid reservoir guard on there. Genuine Harley top box. I think that's about all we've added. Oh, tank bag.
Tank bag, and for me, that's when I pack like I'm traveling for days. I think it's because my job as a camera person, I'm going to excuse that.
Yeah.
But this has been handy as. So, yeah, anyone that runs any adventure bike
Swear by them.
runs them.
Yep.
They're unreal. And for some of the, it's got a navigation system up the front, but for traditionalists, and I guess I'm looking at one here.
Yep.
The map pocket at the top.
Yep.
Myself as well. It's pretty handy to hang up there.
So what you're saying is, Ferg, we know you're analog and you like the map pocket.
Yeah.
And that's exactly right. I'll find my way. It's fine.
Yeah.
You said, how old are you? 40.
Yeah.
Nearly 40.
Getting real close.
Quite young. The only other thing that I've added to this bike, and I'm copying a fair bit of crap about, and I deserve it, let's be honest. I've added some bitumen graphics on the front radiator guard and on the muffler. They're nice bitumen graphics. I signed them.
Yep.
All the best, Mick. Follow your dreams, love Ferg. Sorry for scratching your bike. And what else are we running at the moment? I've got some Continental tyres on there.
Yep.
Which I'm a mad fan of. We've also had the Michelins.
Yeah, the Enikis.
Yeah, we've had them on there, which also, I reckon they're probably the equal. I think I'm just a fan of the Contis because I've done so many Ks on them over the journey. You were talking before about where you've ridden it.
Yep.
And we said we've got 15,500 Ks on it. We're not the only ones that have ridden this bike, I guess.
Yeah.
We've had a few people ride them at Dust Hustle.
Yep.
If they had throttle cables, they would certainly be stretched after they were ridden at Dust Hustle. Not by me. And we've done road circuits.
Yeah. Yep.
We did Morgan Park. We took the three of them out there. Myself, you, and the other Mick, M63, Mad Mick. So we've tested them out there. Mick, M63, certainly tested it out. He was a mad fan of it after riding it out there. What else have we done, mate?
I reckon just to add on to that, I've become a fan of them that first weekend, straight up. But when Mick rode it there, we're seeing the custom builds in the States now, for Bagger Racing League and things like that. And I reckon from that day, he probably started drawing something like that up because he had a good time out there.
Yeah, very much.
So.
Oh, mate, there's no way, no. And as you've ridden other Harleys around the circuits.
Yep.
My Dyna, which is 145 horsepower, Holland suspension, alloy swing arms, 17-inch wheels, super sticky tyres, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's just bloody hard work. Let's be honest. We've ridden the XG 750.
Yep.
Street Bob.
Yep.
Road King, I had that Road King.
That's right,
which was a lot of fun.
Low Rider
but
S.
Bloody hard work, Low Rider S. These Pan Ams, they surprised a few people out at Morgan Park that day we were out there. So that was a lot of fun. We've also done quarter mile at Willowbank.
Yep.
And we were just having a bit of a laugh about it before. Mr. Consistency.
Yeah.
Talk us through your non-stop times.
I reckon, so I've done 2 Race Your Mates days on it. Have to be 35, 40 runs. It'd have to be. And 11.6, 11.6, 11.6, 16. So consistent, and you change them. There's so many modes and that. And I'll talk about the modes in a bit, but there's so many different modes and that, but you can feel the engine difference. But 11.6, 11.6. Just one of the things with that, in my eyes, and you probably correct me, is the feel up here.
Yeah.
The feel coming out of because everything's made in that first 60 foot, and the feel that you get through the clutch is I don't know, so forgiving.
Yep.
It's so easy and smooth, and you just get reliable start all the time, and yeah, it's
Perfect bike for bracket racing, we were saying before.
Yeah,
just
sure.
I'll do 11.6s and just bang them out all day long, you know.
Yeah. It's just weird, like
and again, totally standard.
Yep.
Standard exhaust. I cop a bit of rubbish about, you know, why have you got a standard exhaust? And it's quite simple. I quite enjoy riding a Harley, and I don't have to worry about being pulled over by the police on it, especially up here, you know.
Yeah.
Got pulled over on Sunday, mate. Got pulled over on Sunday. Yeah. Just come on, not on this, on the dyno. But anyway, he just wanted to chat. He's only human.
Yeah.
What else have we done riding news? We did Queensland Raceway over night time, which was interesting to say the least. Never ridden around there before, and then to go out there on the Pan Ams. The adaptive headlight, the cornering headlight is next level ridiculous, which was tested out there. It was a hell of a lot of fun. We'll have to do that again.
Change the tyres for that too.
Yeah, change the tyres. What did we?
We went to a Bridgestone T, so still in the touring line. So T31 or 32, I think it's called. It was good.
Yep.
It felt really good. When we first went out to Morgan Park, it was a bit damp.
Yep.
So, I'm a bit timid from the start. It took a bit to get into that. And those tyres felt good, bike felt good, and it was a good mixture. And obviously we kept those for those 2 days.
We had the extreme. You know, you were being nice and timid and riding well within yourself. And I'd said to M33, I go, mate, I'm going to put you on Rob Kay's bike. Trying to rein him in a little bit. I thought if he knew he was riding Rob Kay's bike, he might not stretch the throttle cable so much and risk throwing it into the dirt. Didn't seem to bother him. He was just gone, wasn't he? You know, dragging the knee first session.
In the wet.
And you just go, mate, you're next level.
Yeah.
And then it was just me riding along as if I was going out to get some milk and bread from the supermarket. But very, very, very capable in the standard format. Look, mate, they're no superbike. It's the same as they're no enduro bike.
Yep.
But they do everything well. And as I say, it's nearly 2 years old. And I've hauled the radiator.
Yep.
Which is not the bike's fault. Can happen on any bike. It was early days when I had it. Hadn't put the radiator guard on it then, so my fault. Haven't had any other problems. I've put one battery in it. There's a lot of talk about batteries and all that sort of business. I've put one battery in it. I just get the battery maintenance up to it. You know, it's not getting used all the time. As I say, nearly 2 years old, 15,500 Ks. So, I keep the trickle charger on it. Put one battery in it. I haven't had any other problems with it at all, to be honest. It certainly is. It's my choice of bike if I'm going to jump on it and do any big miles.
Yep.
I'm jumping on this, comfortable, can do everything. Round up sports bikes, go off road, B roads, C roads, you name it. Just do everything. So, yeah, that's a quick wrap up, I reckon. Mick, is there anything else you wanted to?
Just adaptive headlight. Yep. I've never driven a car, I don't think, with it. First bike I think I've ridden with it. And one of the adventures I went on, Dorrigo Mountain, like I mentioned before about the frost light or the cold weather light.
Yep.
We got caught out with some other friends' bikes having some problems. One of them lost its headlights and taillights late in the afternoon, and we were standing on the side of the road doing a bit of work, as you do on most bikes. It's part of adventure riding. Sadly, that's sort of what happens on most of them. But you sit there and usually everyone in Australia tries to go riding when it's cooler months. So by 5 o'clock it's getting pretty cold, and this is where we were that night. And got going, and one of the bikes no lights. So I was like, Mick, you've got the Pan Am. It's probably got better lights than anything here. It's newer. Let's go. So led everyone up the hill. Dorrigo Mountain, the Waterfall Way, is one of the best riding roads in Australia. But 10 o'clock at night, 2 degrees or something on the dash, it's a bit more sketchy. But adaptive headlights, no joke. Like, as I say, none of my cars have been modern enough to have before, but it's such a thing. And then obviously seeing the dash light come on, I'm like, yeah, this is legit. And I don't know, they're the memories. That's part of adventure bike sort of riding, I guess. Like, I was real underprepared. I had a summer jacket on. It was winter, because I just thought 5 o'clock comes around, I'm probably going to be in the pub and ready to chill out with my mates around the fire and talk about how good the day was. But heated hand grips, adaptive thing. I'm not selling it, but you know what I mean?
Just the little things,
little
isn't it?
things
Just
like
the little
that
things,
just make your life so much better.
Yep.
And that's my experience that I've actually had with the bike.
Yep.
So it's been good.
Perfect. Oh, that's good, man. Here's to another 15,500 Ks, eh?
Yeah, I don't know where to take it now.
Mate, I think there's a hog rally coming up at Tailem Bend. You can test out the new quarter mile track down there, bang out some 11.6s. I'll let them know you're coming.
It'd be pretty good.
Tell them to write the time in the book for you.
If there's some vouchers floating around.
That's it.
So, because 11.616 on all day. But yeah, it's just been good. It's just a heck of a lot of fun. That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Haven't had it to Phillip Island yet, but we'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Brilliant. Happy days. Thanks,
Cool, mate.
mate.
Thank you.